care?
Yeah, I'm a savage, yeah. Conversations with?
Sean.
And this is Sean.
Don.
Sean Don.
The big Sean, not the little one.
Yeah, not little Sean, big Sean.
That's all I'm saying.
Cool, well, welcome to Conversations with. I'm Cyrus, and today we have
Sean.
Sean. And we're just going to chat, nothing crazy. Just want to bring Sean on and talk about her 2024 as a person, as a career, and the things that she's seen that has helped her in her business. And we decided to do this probably bad. It's probably bad to eat and record because you're going to hear me smacking a little bit. But we decided to do it while eating some Iggy's Eggs. So if you ever been to Iggy's Eggs, it's here downtown. I have no idea what street that is over there. But it's right off of Woodward, between Woodward and Griswold.
Is it on Congress? No.
I don't know. One of those streets over there. But yeah, Sean, welcome. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Conversations with. What did you order from Iggy's Eggs?
I just got a brioche sausage, egg, and cheese. I did the white cheddar, though, versus American. I'm normally an American girl because American cheese just melts the way you want it, but the white cheddar's good. I'm not a sauce person, so I didn't get any of the Iggy sauce, but I think that's kind of the difference maker in their sandwiches.
Say you're not a sauce person, you don't like mayo?
I don't like really any condiments except ranch.
Okay.
And hot sauce.
All right.
But
the good
yeah,
ones.
I'm not a like, I don't dip my fries in ketchup. I don't like mustard. Don't put it on my sandwiches. It's not for me. I like aiolis.
Okay.
So like that's fancy mayo.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's about it.
That's probably the most millennial thing you've said so far is wanting aioli or liking aioli maybe versus just regular mayo. So 2024, interesting year, right?
It was very interesting.
Business, personal, was a very topsy-turvy year overall, I think for a lot of people. But I think it's great to be in 2025 on the other side of a lot of these lovely things and kind of having a little bit clearer path,
100%.
I would say, than even maybe where I know I personally felt, and I'm not sure about you, but over the last 90 days, it was kind of still like, and then it kind of just now is coasting about the land, hopefully.
Yeah.
Your 2024, when it comes to work-wise, what would you say, your highlight was of 2024 from a business perspective?
I think the beginning of the year was pretty slow for me, and it had me feeling like the end of 2023 when I was like, maybe I don't need to be doing this anymore. Maybe I need to go back to a corporate job.
Yeah.
But I think come April, May of last year, things started to pick up for me. So I think the highlight was just like actually being aware and feeling the actual shift. It was like I was very present for this is turned up now.
Yeah.
So that was great, and I think I was able to help a lot of people last year when I look back at it. So career-wise, that was the highlight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Kind of coming from the world of I don't know to no, this is starting to make more sense.
I'm actually an agent.
Yeah.
I actually do know what I'm doing.
I do this full time. I don't need another job.
So that was it.
And I think in our industry, it's that's that moment where people say it clicks, right? And it clicks at different moments for everybody. Maybe it's after year one, maybe it's after a certain amount of transactions. But I think it's a learning thing that actually happens as well, where you learn the world of like the things that I do brings me X in my business, the relationships that I make, the conversations that I have, what behaviors am I doing that allows me to get to the other side. And once you get to the part of not needing to ask so many questions, and you can be confident every time you're out showing a client a house, when you're putting in an offer, when you're talking to a title company, to a mortgage company, that's really that, I think that other side of being
100%.
in our business and kind of that click moment,
100%.
right?
I think it's interesting because I've been in this industry for so long on the mortgage side.
Yeah.
So I have so much knowledge, but I was still like, as an agent, afraid to flex my knowledge. And then it is true. Like, I feel like one day I woke up and was like, I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I think I can convey that to people a lot easier. Yeah.
Awesome. So, out of all the clients you help, What was that one thing, that one moment of 2024 where you're like, man, that was the moment, or that was the thing, or the client, or the situation that you think was like the highlight of your year from helping a client perspective?
My favorite transaction this year was a sale that I helped someone sell in Detroit
Okay.
and then buy their dream home in Southfield.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
The little buy-sell action.
Yeah,
Or
but
sell-buy
it was a
action.
little sticky. We sold. They had to live in a hotel for a little over 30 days while
Wow.
we got through the process. But the trust that was there between us, I love their family, and I'm super happy for them.
Awesome.
And that was probably, one of the first transactions where I was like, wow, self-generated lead,
Yeah.
and I did what I was supposed to do. And I love them. They're like family to me now. So
Awesome.
yeah.
That's great to hear. And that's how the end of transaction sometimes goes, where it's like, oh, great. I met with these people. We've been through ups and downs and lefts and rights, to the point where it's like, I talk to this person every day for the last month or 2 months. But, if you, I always tell my clients, especially when you help somebody buy and sell, either you're gonna love me at the end, or you may not like me at the end. Either way, we're gonna get it done though,
Yeah.
because you're gonna talk to me a lot anytime we're looking to buy and sell at the same exact
yeah.
time.
Yep. So
Going through 2024, having that moment that clicked, what would you say that advice you would give to an agent starting off now that you maybe would have given to yourself when you first started?
I don't really think fake it till you make it summarizes just how immersed you have to be in real estate. I think that I was going through a lot of motions that weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
So how much of your time are you really dedicating to prospecting or letting people know what you do, whether that's through social media or conversations at the gym or conversations when you're picking up your Starbucks? I think you got to devote a lot of time to building the business. And I think I was telling myself I was doing that my first year and a half, and I really wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
I think so it is fake it till you make it, but
Yeah.
you really got to be faking it.
It's like fake it till you make it, but
Yeah.
it's like the faking it doesn't always get you to the making it part. It's more so you're faking it until you make it, but you're faking like, I don't know what to do sometimes, or I don't know if the things that I'm doing are actually going to work yet, so I'm just going to try a bunch of random stuff until I get to the other side.
Yeah.
So no, I definitely understand that. And,
Yeah.
and again, everyone's career starts off different. I think the biggest thing and the hardest thing for most agents when they start off is having somebody to talk to. Right? If you don't even have a person that trusts you enough, or you don't have a friend or a family member looking to buy soon, or you don't have a name and a number of somebody who might be doing something, I think that's the hardest part for most agents, is not having enough at-bats at the beginning to know how to get in and through to the other side. Because most people, for starters, only do 10 transactions a year or less, but most new agents, you might rock around and do four or five clients, but you may do 3 lease,
Right.
3 people lease a property
Oh, yeah.
before you really get into the world of saying, oh, wow, I found the client, I had the conversations, I showed them the house, I got them under contract, I got them through inspection, I got them through appraisal, I got them to the closing table, and everything still looks the same from the beginning to the end, and then they finally close. But once you go through that, I think, maybe 5 to 7 times is when it's like, oh, I've kind of been through enough
And I know
examples.
what I'm doing,
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And that's cool. So where do you feel like your experience from before you were in real estate maybe helps you out now that you have that confidence and flow of how the business is going?
I mean, I started as a purchase banker. I feel like my little 21-year-old brain had no idea what I signed up for when I started at Quicken Loans.
Yeah.
I was writing loans and didn't even know that's what I was doing. But I do know the pre-approval process, the mortgage process, and then working at Rocket Homes, I understand the real estate relationship that we tried to foster between pairing agents with clients. So I think all of that helps. I was able to hear people's problems with their agents, and I really had a great foundation from working at Rocket on how to follow up and how to manage your time and things like that. So I think that helped me as an agent.
Yeah.
because if I didn't have that background, I definitely would be like, what the heck am I really doing? At
Yeah.
least I knew the ins and outs of what it takes. And
Absolutely.
I bought 2 houses too, so that,
Yeah.
you know, also kind of helps
Absolutely.
lay things out.
Yeah, I think follow-up is something that is, it's literally the most important thing, because
Everybody talks about it, and every person is like, your business isn't doing well because you're not following up, and it's true.
it is 100%.
It's true.
If you don't follow, if you can tell, you can have a great conversation with somebody, they can love you, but if you don't follow up and do the right things, you'll never keep that client long term. So I think that's the most important part that people have to learn over time is how to follow up. And that's where, again, sometimes those corporate giants, those bigger companies, you know, like the Rocket Mortgages and Rocket Homes, they have those structures in place.
Yeah, the
they have those
system is-
solutions and those systems in place to almost force you to have to follow up. So when you go out on your own and do something else, that you still have that ingrained in you.
Yeah.
And I always say, even if you do 50% of sometimes what it takes to operate inside of some of those companies, you'll still be just fine.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know what they're doing. They know what they're teaching.
Yeah, it's annoying when you work there, but
Yeah.
when you leave, you understand. Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
this
that's why
person
they
told
had
me
it
to do
going like
this.
this,
Yeah, it's like,
100%.
thank you, Michael Rieger. Appreciate it. I should call that client back.
I'm like, man, why are you micromanaging me? But now I get it.
Yeah, exactly,
I
exactly.
got to micromanage myself, which is
Exactly. Yeah.
a little more difficult at times.
A lot more difficult. Yeah. So thinking into 2025, we're here now, right? We're 7
Yeah.
days into the new year. What would you say you're looking most forward to in 2025 outside of our Cabo trip?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Anything
Cabo
else?
in like less than 30 days. No, what I'm most looking forward to is continuing to build a more self-generated business.
Okay.
I had a pretty good mix of business last year, but I think some of the relationships I formed with loan officers, fostering those past close clients, and I guess being able to work with more my ideal client and my more ideal area,
Yeah.
versus just like ripping and running because a lead is provided to me.
Correct.
So I feel like, I don't know, December was actually surprisingly good for me this year, and it's trickling into January, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I just hope that I can keep that momentum and that trajectory, so that I can double my volume from last year.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Double that volume. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I think 2025 is going to be, you know, when it comes to like maybe rates or, you know, client flow or, you know, business, I think it's going to be the exact same. I don't think much is going to change from 2024 to 2025. I think it's just about how we handle the clients and how we handle the business is what's going to be the ability to really get that lift. The only thing that can really, I think, really bring change to where we are right now is 3 things. More people moving into Metro Detroit. So if somehow we start to get more people who are coming from other states into Metro Detroit, that would be amazing because they will start to buy up the inventory that maybe some of the people here locally just aren't buying. Second thing was going to be somebody building more houses, which would need to already be in play, right, for it to affect 2025. And then, of course, one thing we all know, interest rates.
Yeah.
So if interest rates were to come down, more people will sell, more people will buy. But I think those are the 3 things that will help us out tremendously here in Metro Detroit is, you know, rates, more houses, and more people moving in from a residential standpoint. So, you know, now that we're in 2025, what would you say one thing that you would do differently than you did last year going into from 2024? Hey, I want to do this differently so that way it benefits my business world a little bit different.
I think the best way to summarize it is I ran a pretty reactive business. I reacted to things. I want to run a more proactive business.
Okay.
So we talked about follow-up.
Yep.
Follow-up being one of those things. Prospecting. Improve my social media. I think my social media is, people know what I do.
Yeah.
But add a little more educational information into that.
Okay.
Be more of a resource there. But yeah, I would say be more proactive.
Nice.
That's the best way to summarize it.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, stay in front of people differently. You know, versus just waiting like, oh, someone called me. Let me help them. Versus like, how do you go out and find that person before they're ready
Exactly.
to click that button and do what they're supposed to do on the with buying a house. Yeah. again, I would love for, I'm gonna call you out here, I guess, but I would love to get the Burn and Learn going for 2025 as well. I would say, in a perfect world, I would love to see you do that at least 3 times this year, where you're coming out, you're helping those first-time home buyers, show them what they can do and how the world of fitness and real estate kind of goes together. So I would love to see that.
That was
coming
so
into the year as
outside
well.
of the box for me, and I think it went over really well. And I don't know why I did not put more together last year, but. If anybody has a gym.
Yeah, execution's hard because it's hard to find locations.
Yeah, I need a
where's
location.
Enough space? And,
And, yeah.
So if you're watching this and you have somewhere.
And you have a space
and you
where.
have a gym or a space that could work for someone to come in and do a fitness type workout, but then also help some first time home buyers learn about what it takes to buy and sell, buy a property, then we're interested.
But Burn and Learn 2025. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So thinking overall here in Detroit, we'll move away from business a little bit and we'll go over to just some things about Detroit, and let's say Detroit specifically. What would you say your favorite neighborhood is to help buyers and sellers that you've experienced so far here in Detroit?
Towards the end of 2024, I was doing a lot of showing in Boston Edison.
Okay.
And I love it over there. I love the location.
Yeah.
And then as far as historic districts go, I feel like investors and developers are spending a lot of money bringing these homes up to current times. So I love that. I think the quality of the work in the homes compared to some other areas is better. So it makes showing homes exciting for me when I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this stone that they chose, or I love that they kept the original wood here.
Yeah.
So I love Boston
good
Edison.
Historic renovation. It's tough to find one,
It
though.
is.
But when they do it right, it is mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing.
It's my jam, for real.
I agree. Boston Edison, great neighborhood. It is very centrally located. If you're in Boston Edison, you can get back downtown, you can get uptown, west town, east town. I know some of those aren't real. I'm from Detroit, I'm joking. So it's east side, west side.
East town,
west town. So that's your favorite neighborhood. What would be your favorite place to go just to kind of hang out? If you had to pick a neighborhood and say, hey, I'm going to pull up there, it's me and 4 or 5 of my friends are going to go hang out in the city of Detroit, where is Sean going?
Oh, goodness. That's a really
A
good
particular
question.
neighborhood is what I'm saying.
Well, the reality is I probably would be downtown if I was hanging out. But I like West Village. I used to live kind of over there, and they have a few little strips. I don't even know what's over there now. I just know what was over there when I lived there. Because there used to be a really good restaurant there that had amazing fried chicken. I don't know what's there anymore. It's next to the vegan place. And then they got the little...
Kraftwerk back in the day.
Yeah, Kraftwerk. That was such a good restaurant.
Now.
Okay, I haven't even
Something's
been to Metropolitan.
There. They have ice cream and food now.
Okay, well,
it's
maybe
cool.
I need to go over there. But yeah, downtown is probably where I would come. I love going on the Riverwalk. Running, rollerblading, even just walking, sitting, taking a nap.
Yeah, right.
Well, I've taken a nap in those big chairs they got down there. So
Awesome.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
probably where I'd be.
All right, and regards to more nightlife, going out. If you were to go out on a date, take someone out on a date. Someone
I
out.
don't take people on dates. They take me on dates.
All right. Do your thing. Where would you say, hey, date night, me and my boo, we're going to X. What is that restaurant and that you would want to go to the most?
So I'm going to say restaurants that I've been to, but there are a few that I've seen that I've been wanting to try.
Okay.
I love Grey Ghost. That's probably like...
Grey Ghost is amazing.
Yep. You get a variety of food. It's consistent.
Yep.
The ambiance in there is sexy. It's
Burger,
a little dark.
pizzas, craft drinks.
Craft cocktails.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
But I see a lot about sexy steak.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to
People
try
love
sexy steak.
steak.
Zuzu.
Yep.
I've been seeing that around.
Very date night places.
Yeah.
Sexy. I haven't been to Sexy Steak yet. I've definitely been to Zuzu.
Yeah.
But very date night.
Yeah. I feel like it's like you want to dress up and wine and dine. That's probably where I would be saying. But
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah. And again, I love Shiwa if I go there way too much, but Atava Via is our go-to restaurant in Corktown.
The pears and cheese.
Yep.
I dream about that.
But I think, if you haven't been since they reopened, everyone needs to go to Lady of the House. You
I've
have to
never
go
been
Lady
to
House.
Lady of the House.
Even when they were open before?
No.
Oh my God, it's so amazing. It's so I was so mad that we didn't get tickets for the New Year's Day brunch.
Oh.
You had a New Year's Day brunch. So mad I didn't get. I
I'm
didn't
gonna
even
have to
think
put that
about
on
it
the
when it
list
came
because
about.
I've heard really good things about that.
Oh my God, it's amazing. It's perfect. I think there's very few perfect restaurants out there. I think Lady of the House I would consider a perfect restaurant.
wow.
Ambiance is there, staff is amazing, chef is awesome. It's the perfect restaurant.
Okay.
And it's in Core City now, where Core City is, I think, is on its
next
way
step, yeah.
to just skyrocketing. There's some really, really cool places to go in Core City, and it's in a really, really great
Yeah.
spot there. So if you haven't checked out Core City, definitely check out Core City. But if you haven't been to Lady of the House, you have to go to Lady of the
Okay.
House. It's amazing.
All
Lady
right,
of the House,
Ryan.
do it.
We have to go to Lady
All
of
right,
the
Ryan,
House.
we're going to Lady of the House 2 weekends from now, because that's probably how long it's going to take you to get a reservation.
I'm dead.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much, Sean. Conversations with
Sean.
and this is Sean.
Don.
Sean Don.
The big Sean, not the little one.
Yeah, not little Sean, big Sean.